Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us for tonight's webinar on learning how to leverage the new MVJ Career Center in your job search. We really appreciate you taking some time out of your day to join us. And also joining us today is Eric Wee, the CEO and founder of JournalismNext and MediaNextTalent. He and his team worked with us to develop the MVJ Career Center. So he's going to give us a little bit of a tour through the site. Eric, if you'd like to kind of introduce yourself, go for it.
Hi, everyone. Good to meet you. And yes, we've been working hard on getting this site up and running. We currently operate other job sites for other organizations. We also operate a job site called JournalismNext. We also do targeted searches for a lot of media companies. I used to be a reporter myself at the Washington Post for a number of years. I was a reporter in Metro and did long form features, and then transitioned into running this since 2002. So we are excited about this partnership. We think and know that this can be a very powerful tool. This will be a way for us to do two things. One is to get the word out about jobs from companies looking to reach veterans and let them know about their openings. And it's also a place where you can highlight your background and skills and get the word out to those media companies and get your resume into a database that those people can search. So we're trying to make it easy for you to learn about new jobs and easy for them to find new talent in this pool that we're creating. We're getting started. Jobs that are being posted on the site are also shared on MVJ's Twitter account, and also on their LinkedIn page. And once you sign up on the MVJ Career Center, which is the name of it, you'll also be getting updates every week with the latest jobs in a newsletter that's email blasted out to you. But we'll walk through this. Just want to do a quick introduction, and really nice to be working with you all.
Thank you so much, Eric. Just like Eric said, the MVJ Career Center, we just launched it about, a week and a half ago now?
Yep.
It's a brand new job search platform. It's designed just for MVJ members to connect with newsrooms and hiring teams that are interested in hiring veteran talent to diversify their talent pool. So we worked with Eric and the JournalismNext team to give you guys a way to connect directly with them and to give them a way to find you. So the platform works in tandem with My MVJ. So if you have an account on My MVJ, which all of you on this call should, I would suggest you log in on there when you get the chance, and then your login information will be transferred over to the MVJ Career Center. Then you can go to the Career Center and log in over there and browse through the entire site and go for it. Have fun. Awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And then we can roll through the site and go over some of the features. And then after we do that, feel free, you guys can drop questions in the chat, or we can wait until the end. Totally up to you guys. Perfect. Can you all see my screen?
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, so this is the home page. If you're logged out, it will ask you to log in up here in the top corner, or you can sign in right here. Right now, as you can see, I am currently signed in. So Eric, if you'd like to go ahead and talk about some of the features.
Sure. First of all, Devin, if you could just scroll down slightly a little bit, you can see at the top here, there's a search bar, and this might be a good place for you guys to start. You can see there's a big blue button that says search right under the job search. If you just click on that button, you'll see that it'll take you to all the latest jobs that are listed. And if you scroll down, you can see it. There's usually about 10 per page. You can change that. If you open up any of these, so let's just click on the first one. If you want to do that, you can do that. State politics reporter. It'll open it up and it'll give you a description, a quick description of when this was posted, the job description, what they're looking for in a candidate, and how you can apply. Now, there's two ways that you can apply usually. They can either put, as they did here, send a cover letter and examples to this email, and you can click on that link and it'll automatically start an email for you. But if you go to the top, Devin, of this, and you see on the right-hand side, if they chose to put in their application information into another area, an Apply Now button will show up there. And if you click on that, you'll see that you can then put in a cover letter, add your resume, and click send, and your resume is off to these people. So it's a quick way to get the word out. If you back it up a little bit and take us out of there, we're encouraging people to come back to the site and check it out every few days, because jobs are going to be going up, hopefully at a rapid rate, and hopefully that'll accelerate over time. But there's the advantage of checking in there and applying for the jobs as quickly as possible, as soon as the jobs go up. The one thing that we encourage people to do is not just come here and post their resumes, but also to apply for the jobs on the site. We found statistically that people who A, post their resumes, and B, apply for the jobs have a much better chance of getting a response from the employers. Sometimes these employers are posting jobs and they're not necessarily searching the database. And then there's employers who search the resume database and aren't posting jobs. So we really encourage people not just to leave their resume, but to post jobs here. Devin, do you want to go back and look at the homepage again? You'll see that also we try to make it easy here. On the right-hand side, you'll see that the jobs are broken up by category. And then you also see that it's listed by cities. And then there's the latest jobs that have come in. They're all hyperlinked. So if you click on, let's just say Los Angeles, if you don't mind, you'll see, yep, there you go. Look up to, there you go. There should be at least one job there. Yep, that one, if we open it up, it's a collaborative editor. So that is one way to, if you want to look at a particular area, you can do it that way. If you want to back up, Devin, and go back to the homepage one more time, you can also filter this. So if you click on search, I'm sorry, yeah, go ahead and click on advanced search. So if you click here, you can filter your search. So you'll see that there's occupations, categories. If we choose, and you can open these up. Why don't you just open this up? You can see what each one of these looks like. So if you click on that, Devin, you'll see that it's full-time, part-time, freelance, intern, and you can select as many of these as you want. You can use the command button if you're using Apple, or the control button if you're using Microsoft, and you can select that. If you can go down occupations, click on that, you'll see that there's a wide variety of different occupations. And so what happens is when employers are going in and posting their jobs, they're able to select different types of things that best match their jobs, and they can choose more than one. As you can see, it could be an internship, it could be on-air talent, it could be a news director, it could be different types of reporters that we have there, different types of editors. So this is one way that you can filter out the jobs that they have indicated that this job fits into. Devin, if you wouldn't mind just going back one. Let's go to, let me see, employment type category. Can you try category too there? And click on television. So you can see these are the listings of the different types of categories that we found to be most prevalent. And if you click on search, you'll see that, for instance, these are right now the 5 jobs that are on the site that are from television companies. And interestingly enough, like one of these jobs, the third one is ABC Los Angeles and Glendale. It didn't show up in the search under Los Angeles because it's in Glendale, which is in basically Los Angeles, but it's just on the outskirts on the east side of Los Angeles. So that also means to not necessarily just rely on the city if you don't, as the only way to search. But this is a quick way to break it down so that if you're only interested in television, that is a quick way to do that and find those jobs. Devin, if you wouldn't mind going back to the home page.
Yes.
Yep. You can also see that there's quick links on the right-hand side. So there's newspapers, wire service, funny. I think we're going to update some of these terms. We've been around for a little bit. We say new media, but new media is not so new anymore. And I wonder if newspapers are really even newspapers anymore. They're all merging now into online presence. But let's just choose for this sake, online new media. There's only 39 jobs at the moment, but let's see what's there. I'm just curious. So there's 14 jobs. Interesting. So these are the people that have decided that their jobs fit under that new media. And that could be also things like digital and audience editor at the Nieman Foundation, which is at Harvard University. So, that could have also been under academia because it's an academic institution. So that may also be listed under academia as well. So the lesson out of all this is be flexible, but use these tools to help you find a quick way of finding the jobs that you're looking for. Let's go back to the homepage and just see what else that we can show you here if we scroll down. As you can see, if you go up, you'll see that if you're logged in on the upper right-hand side, that name, welcome, that would be your username. Now, the way it should work is, as Devin mentioned, if you go to the MVJ.network and log in, your information will automatically, instantaneously be then transferred over to the MVJ Career Center. If you then navigate to the MVJ Career Center, you should see, it should say welcome with your username there. If it doesn't for some reason, you can always click log in and use the same username and password that you use for MVJ.network. The two should be synced with the same username and password, but it also should log you in. So we've been working hard for the last several months to get that syncing system working. And making sure that it's easier for you to get in and there's one less password for you to have to remember. If you don't mind just going down a little bit more, you'll see that there are featured jobs. Featured jobs are jobs that people who are posting their jobs paid a little bit more extra to have featured on the homepage. And then there's the latest jobs. Those will be the latest, I think it's roughly 8 or 10 of the latest jobs that have come in. So that's a quick way, if you check this frequently, to just see there exactly what's come in without having to leave the homepage. And as we talked about on the right-hand side are the jobs by city. But Ken said I had some trouble logging in a few weeks ago, wasn't fully functional. Well, Ken, I can also talk to you afterwards to see your exact situation. But the way it works is that if you have created an account, let's just say you just joined MVJ Careers, MVJ.network, let's just say last week or a couple of days ago. And if that was the case, then all your information would have been synced over automatically. But if you created your account, let's just say 2 years ago at MVJ.network, and then you tried to come over without logging into MVJ Network first, as we were talking about, and came to the MVJ Career Center and try to log in, then we wouldn't have your information because it would have happened before we started working on it and syncing it. So in that case, if you're having any problems, I think the fail-safe thing to do is just go back to MVJ.network, log into your account, and then come to the MVJ Career Center, and you should be logged in. If you have any problems, I'll leave my information and how to reach me, and we can troubleshoot to figure out what's going on. But that's the way it should be working.
Absolutely. And if you have any issues logging in on my MVJ, feel free to email us at tech@mvj.network, and I'll drop that email in the chat as well. And then we can get you set up on our end as well.
Yep. And let's go up a little bit more, Devin. And it's interesting. I see a site and I'm trying to navigate it with my mouse and I can't do it. So it's a voice command. Let's go up a little bit further. There's anything else? Let's see. I think we looked at this is the main part of the jobs, and you can play around with the filters for searching. But Devin, do you think this is a good time to maybe go in and talk about resume posting? Because that's the one thing that we want to encourage everyone to do, which is, we're going to get the job jobs out to you as they come in, again, over Twitter, under LinkedIn, here at the new center, over email. But we also really encourage you to get the resumes, your resume onto the site so that employers can come in and find you, and you can highlight your skills to them. How do you want to do this, Devin? What do you have?
We can go ahead if you'd like to. I do have
Let's start that process and get that going.
Awesome. Okay, so I will say, if you have not logged in on MVJ Career Center and posted your resume before, it will ask you to verify your account information, just double checking like the address, the name, everything like that. And then it will take you to this screen, which is the resume upload.
Right. So yeah, so you're at this, you're already logged in, obviously, when you got there. But
go to the account page and show them.
yeah, maybe show them my account first, because that's what they're going to get when they log in. And this is going to be your home page. This is where you're going to see the different options that you have. And we don't have, because we're short on time and I want to be able to answer questions. I'll just do a quick brief outline on some of these things. You can set up job alerts so that you're alerted when certain types of jobs come in with certain types of specifications that you're looking for. It could be that you could say, hey, show me every time that a TV job comes in, notify me. And you should get an email from us saying, hey, here's a new TV job from ABC in Glendale, and here's the link, and it'll take you to the sites, this site. So it would be helpful, I think, to set up job alerts. You also have a place to save jobs that you like. And then my resume is a good place where we can jump in here and click on that, Devin. And that's where you're going to be posting your resume. And then you'll get this page here. It says you only have one resume able to create, add new resume here. And did you, Devin, already put in some information or not?
I have not.
You have not. Okay, so let's put in, click on that now there. And then let's start filling out some of this information that you have there. And so desired job title, this is worth maybe stopping for a moment. This is the job that you want to have. This is the job, this is where you're telling the employer, I'm open to jobs or I'm seeking jobs that are like this. And it could be more than one. It could be, let's just say you're going into, you're wanting to go into the television industry. And let's say that you're open to being a reporter or an anchor. I mean, that could be on-air talent / reporter. It could be, in this day and age, they're asking people to do a lot of things. So it could be that you're a multimedia journalist / on-air talent, meaning that you can report, shoot, edit. And so this is a very flexible title that you can put in that lets the employer know what you're looking for. Devin is now Marcus Smith. So as you go down, you'll see category. Now, if you click on that and open that up, you'll see that there's a number of different categories here. Again, we talked about some of these: newspapers, wire service, television, online media, magazines, graphic, photo, public relations, media, academia. It may be the case that you choose more than one, and most likely you will, and you can do that. So, Devin, if you want to select like TV, wire service, TV, the more that you put in, the more that you're probably going to have a better chance of having a positive outcome, because it shows that you're open to more than one thing. It may be the case, though, that you're a photographer, and that's all that you really want to do. It doesn't make sense then to say that you want to go into public relations as a result. But there is overlap, and you can click on that, close that, And just to let you know, on the back end, so once your resume goes up, the employers then have their filters. So they're going to say, hey, show me all the people that say that they're interested in public relations, or show me all the people that are interested in, television. So that's the way it works. That's why we're putting these filters. So it allows them to filter on their end. Occupations, do you want to do a quick click on that, Devin? You can see, again, we talked about before, you could show that the jobs that they posted have these categories. You can also then select what you think best describe your background. And again, you're most likely going to have multiple different talents. You could be, if you go down to reporter, you'll see there's a number of different types of reporter. I mean, some people are hardcore crime reporters. That's all they want to do. Or as you get further along your career, perhaps you're just an education reporter. But if you're starting out, you may want to check off as many of these as possible, including general reporter. So maybe let's go ahead and choose a few of these. And then select. Job type, we want to open that up. It's a mandatory one. Again, you can choose more than one, but this is just seeing if you're only open to freelance or full-time, or maybe both. So let's maybe do full-time and freelance in this case. And then we want to go down. Objective, this is obviously, this goes into a different area if we're going to talk about what goes into resumes. But for our purposes here, this is where we'll just say quickly that this is what you want to talk about. It's an open area for you to discuss what you're hoping to achieve and what kind of position that you're looking for. And the box below that is skills. So you're going to be able to talk about what kind of skills that you bring to the table. It could be that you have been a reporter for 15 years in the military and now looking to transition, or you have editing skills, and you could talk about the different type of softwares that you're fluent in. Below that are other categories that you can fill in. Not all these are mandatory. You do not have to put in your desired salary if you don't want to, but there's an option there. It also gives you the option to upload your current resume. And most of you may have a resume. Devin, I think you have one that's prepared. So let's go ahead and attach that. This should work for Word. PDFs are the two most common formats that'll work on this. And then that attaches there. Let's see, what do we want to go on and talk about next? The other things are pretty self-explanatory. You could put in your audio links. If you have audio links, if you're a radio reporter, you can upload your YouTube links or Vimeo links, and that will display. And that's actually a very powerful way of showing off a reel. So if you're in the television business, you used to be in the old days, you'd go around to a job fair with tape, and you'd actually sit down and they'd play your CD or your tape. Now, and then it was a thumb drive. Here, we can upload it if you have it on YouTube, and they can watch it right here, just as if they're watching a TV. Work samples. So if you're a writer, or if you've written different things, this is a good place for you to upload your writing samples so that they can read that. And then let's just select country, if you don't mind putting in, say, US is the top choice. State, I'll leave that to you, what you want to choose. And then do you want to put in the quick city and zip code? And then while you're putting that in, I'll tell you at the bottom there is a website link. And we put that in because many of you, or if you haven't, you should think about it, may have your own website that highlights a lot of your work. And, as I mentioned earlier, we've done targeted searches for a number of companies. And that's something that's been very effective, is that they could go to people's website and see their presentation of their work. And so we give you an opportunity to put in your website so they can hyperlink straight to that and see that. LinkedIn, many of you may have LinkedIn resumes. You can put in, fantastic. Okay, then let's go next because we're moving along the time. Here we go. Okay, so here's the place where you're going to be putting in your information about your education and your, let me just close this down my page, and your work experience. And this is very much like if you use LinkedIn, this will work very much like that. So if you click on the entrance date, it will pop up. You can do a to and from. You want to select something and then, yeah. And then the institution's name, let's put something there. Okay, and then let's see, where are we here? Yeah, so yeah, just do maybe a bachelor's degree and then hit next. And then the next one's a work experience. So this is where you're going to do the same thing, a start date, end date. And then job title, this may be reporter, perhaps. You are now a reporter at the Washington Post. And then description, maybe for our purposes, maybe just put reporter. And then maybe at the bottom, total years experience, let's just put 10 years experience. And then let's click post resume. Let's scroll down a little bit. So you can see here that the uploaded resume is hyperlinked here. Your job, by the way, your resume is now live. It's up. And if you scroll up, Devin, you'll see that you have different options. You can edit this resume. So when we go through this and you don't like what you see, you can always edit and go back to the page you were at before. But you can see that the LinkedIn resume link is there. Your website's there. The employer can click on the resume and pull that up. The videos should be on the right-hand side, left-hand side. If we download it, put a resume, a video in there. And then let's scroll down a little further. Let's see, occupations. And then we've been having a little bit of a glitch today that's not displaying here, the education. And let me see if we can fix that quickly. But that will display. That will display once we get that glitch ironed out, which should happen in the next day or so. But your resume then is now live for the employers to see, and they can, the resumes stay in the database for 1 year. At that point, they then deactivate, and you've got to log in again and either reactivate it or re-edit that resume to make it live again. So, you know, I mean, I think as Devin said, you know, this is a new site. We're getting it up and running. There's a number of things that are going to be going on. We'll figure out the login issues, but we're also, you know, more jobs are going to be going up. MVJ is a relatively new organization. We need to get the word out to employers and let them know about MVJ and about the MVJ Career Center. So we expect that there's going to be more jobs as time goes on the site. And so we just ask for your patience as this ramps up.
Thank you so much again, everybody, for joining us. Oh, Noel has a suggested addition for a military beat reporter.
Yeah, very good. Okay, we'll add that to the list.
Thanks, Noel. We really appreciate it. Awesome. So we will connect with those of you who signaled that you're having some issues with login. We'll get that figured out. And then thank you to everybody else who hopped on. We really appreciate your time. We hope that this turns out to be a great boon for you in your job search.
Nice meeting you all.